Good morning friend, welcome back to information technology lesson number 5 database concept using LibreOffice base. Today's lectures you are going to learn three type of relationship in relationship database. They are one to one relationship, one to many relationship and many to many relationships. After that we are going to see the practical based on these three relationship, one to one to many and many to many. So let's start. One to one relationship, one to many relationship and many to many relationship. So one to one relationship, a row in a table can have only one matching row in another table. For example, A table and B tables, means a row in a table A can have only one matching row in a table B, and vice versa. This is not a common relationship type, as the data stored in a table B could just have easily been stored in a table. However, there are some valid reason for using this relationship. One-to-one relationship can be used for security purpose to divide a large table and various other specific purpose. When we create one-to-one relationship, we have to find out first one common field between these two tables. When we find one common field between these two tables, we can create a relationship between the tables. And when there is a relation, then you can share the informations. My dear students, you know that you have a relations, you can share each and everything with your friend, but you don't have relationship, you are not able to share anything. The similar way, in the table we want to share the data between these two tables, we have to create a relationship, and that relationship is first we are going to learn, that is one to one relationship. So let's see this two table, how we are going to create it. In this relationship, first we are going to create two tables. First, for example, employee, and the second pay table. Okay, so once you have created these two tables, you are going to find out one common field between these two tables. If there is no common fields, you are not able to create a relationship, because to create a relationship there should be one common field. There should be primary key and the foreign key. By using the primary key and foreign key, we can create a relationship. Now let's see the table. This is the first table, employee, and second table, now see the employee, and the second table is pay table. So in employee table, the first employee ID is there, then second first name is there, last name and payment ID is there. In the pay table, payment ID is there and hourly rate is there. Means in this, which is the common field is here, the common field is pay ID is there. So pay ID is the common field. By using this pay ID, we can create a relationship. So this pay ID is the common field between both the table. Employee ID also pay ID is there, and the pay table also pay ID is there. So employee ID is not there in the pay table, so we cannot create a relationship on the employee ID. As well as the first name and last name we cannot use to create relationship, because first name other also can get a same name, last name also can other have a same name. For example, Parab, Sawan, D'Souza, Fernandez, like this last name can come double. So that while creating the relationship, there should be one common field, and that should be unique field, no repetition. For example, roll number, customer ID, payment ID, employee ID, register number, these are the unique field, because these fields information cannot be repeat again. In your class, roll number one is not given to other person, there should be no again repetition, duplicate. So there that field should be unique field, and if the unique field is there in the both the tables, we can create a relationship. Now in this example, we could put on hourly rate field straight into the employee table. Hourly rate also we can put to the employee table, but not bother with the pay tables. Here it is not there, so that's why. However, hourly rate could be sensitive data that only certain database users should see. So by putting the hourly rate into this separate table, we can provide extra security around the pay table, so that only certain user can access the data in the table. when we create a relationship by using the unique field, the data should go uniquely both the tables. There should be no repetitions of pay id, but the data will be shared in the both the table. Otherwise, every time you have to open the first table and the second table to enter the data separate way. The first table you finish entering the data, then you have to go to the second table. But instead of entering the data separately two time, we can create a relationship between those tables and we can share the information. So let's see, next relationship is one to many. One to many or many to one. So this is the second relationship in the database, and this is the most common relationship type. One to many is the most common relationship type. In this type of relationship, a row in a table have one or many matching row in a table B, or A tables having some field the same you will get in the B tables, but a row in a table B can have only one matching row in a table A. There should be one matching row in a table A and B. So one to many relationship can also be viewed as many to one relationship, depending on which way we look at it. That is depend on us. So let's see the table. In this table, here is the customer table is there and the order table. There also, here also two tables are there. In the customer table, there is a customer ID, customer name, city and mobile number. In the order tables, we have field order ID and customer ID, but in the order ID, this field is not there in the customer table. So customer table there is a customer ID, and the order table there is a customer ID again. So here is a matching field. So here is a matching field. By using this matching field or unique field, we can create one to many or many to one relationship. In this example, the order relations is the many and the customer relation is the one. Order relation is many and the customer relation is one. Means one customer can order many. Each order can only be assigned one customer, whereas one customer can be assigned to many orders. Means one customer can order many things. So that is the difference between one to one and one to many. One to one, there what we have learned, there one person have relationship with the another person, but not many. There one single person is there or single table is there, one to one. But here in this example, order relation is the many and the customer relation is the one. So each order can only be assigned one customer, whereas one customer can be assigned too many order. One customer can assign too many orders. So that's the difference between one to one and one to many relationship. Okay, I hope you understood this. So previous example, one to one, there only one matching row is there in the another table. In this one but many relationship. Okay, let's see next relationship, that is many to many. Many to many. In a many to many relationship, a row in a table A can have many matching row in the table B. Here see, in this, in a many to many relationship, a row in a table A can have many matching row in a table B, and vice versa. A many to many relationship could be thought of a two one to many relationship linked by an intermediary table. The intermediary table is typically referred to as a junction table, also as a cross reference table, and this table is used to link the other two tables together, and it does this by having two fields that reference the primary key of each of the other two tables. My dear students, in this more than one table you will find, and that table should have a many matching field, so we can create a relationship on those table. For example, list of books. Now we are going to see here list of books or list of author. Each book may have one or more author. You know that each book have one or more author, means one person is not written that book, many author has written that book. And each author may have written multiple book also, means each author have written multiple books. In this case you have many book related to many author. In this case you have many books related to many author. Once again I repeat this example. The list of book and a list of author. The list of book and list of author. Each book may have one or more author, and each author may have written multiple books. In this case you have many books related to many author. So now look at this, there are three tables. So one table is author, second table is book, and third table is book detail. In this first table, author ID is given, first name is given, last name is given, and birth date is given. Author ID, first name, last name, and birth date. Second table, book ID, author ID, means the second table also having the author ID, first table also having the author ID. But the third table, book detail, in this book ID, book name, and published date is given. So now here to join this second table and third table, which is the common one? Book ID. The book ID is the common one field is given in the second table and the third table. So we can create a relationship on this field. But in the first table, which is the common field? Author ID. So author ID is the common field between the author table and the book table. So we can create relationship with them here. So first table is related with the second table with the field name author ID, but the second table is related with the third table with the field name book ID. So here first table is having author ID, second table having book ID, and third table also having book ID. So these are the common field you are going to see first. There should be one common field between the tables, otherwise we are not able to create a many to many relationship. Many to many relationship means here we create a relationship between more than one tables. That's why the one table's data can go to the second table, and second table data should go to your third, and third table data can have in the first table, second table, and the first table. So this is the example of many to many relationship. Once again we see the list of books and a list of author. So each book may have one or more author, and each author may have written multiple books. So in this case you have many books related to many author. So I hope you understood this many to many relationship, one to many relationship, and one to one relationship. All three relationships are different from each others. So one to one to many, and many to many relationship. In this first we have learned in one to one, a one to one relationship can be used for security purpose to divide large table and various other specific purpose. In this relationship, a row in a table A can have only one matching row in a table B. But in the one to many relationship, and this type of relationship is commonly we use one to many relationship, and a row in a table can have one or many matching row in a table B, but a row in a table B can have only one matching row in a table A. That's why it is called one to many relationship. Can also be viewed as many to one relationship, and depending on which way we look at it. And the last one we learn, that is many to many relationship. And in this relationship, a row in a table can have many matching row in a table B, and vice versa. A many to many relationship could be thought of the two one to many relationship linked by an intermediary table. Also The intermediary table is typically referred to as a junction table, also as a cross reference table, and this table is used to link the other two tables together. So I hope you understood all these three type of relationship. Thank you.